Sometimes one is the witch affecting themselves and they keep throwing it at others. Sometimes one is the one doing his or herself and they keep blaming others. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, could you please kindly click the red subscribe button, the notification button, to get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you for always stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is a very sensitive topic. Some persons will interpret it the other way around. But the reason why I am making this particular video is because I had an old schoolmate call me yesterday and we were catching up on some things that happened in school. So we got to a point where we talked about how she had an exam. She had exam 7 a.m. examination and she decided to go sleep at her friend's place off campus. While she was at off campus, she actually asked me to share this with others so that others will learn. So while she was at off campus there, remember she has a 7 a.m. exam. She said they were watching a movie till 4 a.m. till 4 a.m. And according to her, once it was 4 a.m., she decided to catch some sleep. Now, this her other friend doesn't have exam. She's in another department. She doesn't have same exam with her the next day, that day, you understand? So she decided to sleep around 4 a.m. with the hope that whatever it is, maybe she'll be up by 6 a.m. and start rushing down or whatever. As luck would have it, by the time she opened her eye, it was going to 10 a.m. It was going to 10 a.m. So while we were catching up, it was not funny that day when she got back to the hostel, was crying and all those kind of things. Though today is in the past, she has graduated. But why am I making this video? A lot of persons have always dwell on this village people, village people, village people. Oh, witches, not knowing that they are the witches themselves. Don't get me wrong, please. If you're coming from my other channel where I talk about spiritual things and that, you will know that I believe that supernatural powers exist. Things like that exist, you understand? But there are times that people are the witches to themselves and they keep looking for solution where there is no solution. And this is going to take them long because you need them self-realization. In order to solve any problem, you have to admit there is a problem, one, which is very important first. Then secondly, you have to look at the channel. Where is this problem coming from? I tell you, a lot of persons today are looking for solution about things they created themselves, things they can solve themselves. Now, what am I trying to say? A lot of us have dwell on your village people are doing you, your village people are not doing you. How do you explain someone that rejects a job because they feel is not, they are too big for such a job, for a start, because they feel they are too big to start with such a job? Now, this person doesn't even have a job. It's not like they have a job. I'm not saying one should accept every job that come their way. Don't get me wrong, please. But there is this rejection that come with, I'm too big for this. How will people see me doing this? Meanwhile, you don't have a dime in your name. There are people that will tell you, how can I don't even know how to put it. Okay, on my other channel, for example, I will link my other channel with this video in case you want to visit. I talked about a particular video. I talked about how I overcame spiritual laziness. Yes, there is spiritual laziness and there's physical laziness. I am trying to talk about the physical one, whereby someone creates a problem for themselves, but they never sit down to realize that, oh, I am the one that is causing this thing for myself, and they keep blaming the unseen forces. Oh, the witches in your village are doing you. Oh, the this thing in your compound are doing you. How this. How do you, okay, take for example, I've seen cases where people buy clothes on credit. I've seen cases where people buy clothes on, my uncle promised me he's going to give me money. You understand? They go ahead, maybe go and buy some things that is not really necessary on credit. You don't have the money with you yet, but you go out to collect some on. Buying clothes on credit is unnecessary. Yes, if you are not working naked, if you have one or two or three, you can be changing. You understand? How do you go about buying clothes or buying things you don't need on credit? And when the person comes and starts embarrassing you, or when they start pressuring you to pay for these things, you begin to feel like, oh, somebody is somewhere is doing me, somebody somewhere is making me to spend. In fact, I have had, know when, let's sometimes sit down and reflect about some things in our life, make adjustments where it is necessary, know where, oh, I am the one doing this to myself. Oh, this looks spiritual, this is not ordinary. That is why on my other channel, I'll always tell us, when you follow it up spiritually, prayerfully, and then if it's maybe health wise, you follow it up medically, God will use these three. Same way applies with some principles of life. When you pray about it, you try to work on some characters, you try to let go of some characters, you try to adjust some things, and I tell you, you realize that, oh, this thing I've been going up and down looking for solution, thinking that somebody is doing me, is actually my fault, is actually my doing. You understand? How do you spend all your salary on alcohol, and at the end of the day, I know there are some persons that have this spiritual projection into their life, whereby anytime they have money or something, they must spend it on unnecessary things. We know about that. Subsequently, I'll be teaching us things to do by the grace of God to overcome these spiritual projections and all that. But before you term everything spiritual, before you term everything then they do you, search within yourself, look within yourself, ask yourself question. Maybe therein lies the answer. And when you take some adjustments, you realize that life become more easier for you. You realize that you'll be able to achieve some things you could not achieve by the grace of God. So please, I beg of us, don't waste your time always blaming your village people. Search inward, then take the necessary step. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. It's none other person but Gloria Chizzy. Oh, thank you.